Hello, today I'm going to talk about Rahu transit in Taurus and Ketu transit in Scorpio. So, how we are going to see your chart? It's based on your ascendant sign and moon sign. So, in order to create your own birth chart, you can go to the links which is provided with this video under the description section and create your own chart and see where Rahu and Ketu are going to transit in your chart based off of your ascendant and moon sign. However, the results are going to be different from person to person based on your own chart, and as well as the planetary combinations you have in Taurus sign and in Scorpio. So the results will change based on the your personal chart, and this is only based on your ascendant sign and the moon sign. Before I start the video, I would request you all to go and subscribe to my channel so that you get videos uploaded direct to your inbox through the mails. So go and subscribe and hit the bell icon button. So now let's start with Aries folks. For Aries folks, the Rahu and Ketu are transiting in second and eighth house. So second and eighth axis. So basically, it means Rahu is sudden expansion, which is going into your second house of the finance and the family. So your finances, the earning capacity from your work and saving capacity from your work will definitely see some changes for good. You will definitely do good amount of money from your work and save it, and also there will be some changes with your family. Maybe there could be an addition in your family, or there's a chances that you may go away from the family as well. So look for that. And since Ketu is transiting in the eighth house, so eighth house is for others' money or your spousal money, and eighth house is also for your in-laws. So be aware of. So don't depend too much on the others' money, and also take precautions when you're dealing with your in-laws. Uh, since Ketu is transiting in your eighth house, it may create some problem with your in-laws as well. So take care of all these aspects. So if your ascendant or the moon sign is Taurus, then it is transiting in your own sign. It means that it is transiting in your first house, and the seventh house. Rahu in first house and Ketu in seventh house. So what happens when Rahu transits through the first house? First house is your physical appearance to the world, and your whole body it represents. So, and also your head. So all this is represented, so your aura kind of see some changes. The way you see the world will also changes. You also put a lot of effort into changing your the way you look to the world, maybe changing your wardrobe, and maybe you go to the gym to you know to keep yourself healthy. Like that, you're going to see the changes. Whereas Ketu in seventh house, it is going to bring a lot of changes into your relationship. There could be, if it is not dealt properly, there could be some isolation between you and your spouse, or there could be some past life thing which will come to your life. So those are the things that is going to see the changes in your life, since it is going, since Rahu and Ketu are transiting in first and seventh house axis. If your ascendant or moon sign is Gemini, then Rahu and Ketu will be transiting in your 12th and 6th axis, 12th house and 6th house. So Rahu in 12th house and Ketu is going to be in your 6th house. So what is it is going to bring to you then? So when it is traveling in your 12th house, 12th house is for your sleep. There will be there will be a lot of energy in this 12th house. So if anything which is go beyond the normal, lot of beyond the normal energy, then it is going to create some changes in that and house. So 12th house is for sleep, so you may not get good enough sleep or the sound sleep. That is one thing we can see. And Rahu will also increases your expenses, since 12th house is also for losses, so there will be a lot of expenses during this time period. And also you may do a lot of foreign trips. That is also seen from this transit. And Ketu is transiting in your 6th house. So when it is it's actually a good transit that when Ketu is transiting in 6th house, it will detaches you from your enemies. So 6th house is also for enemies. So if you have enemies, then they are working in the behind the scenes, then they will come to the surface. If not, you already have enemies, then you are dealing with them, they will go away, because Ketu is detachment, so you will get detached from them. So that is also seen. And if you have any pets at your home, this is also a time that you kind of detach from your pets as well. So be careful about your pets. Moving on to the next sign, it's Cancer people. So Cancer ascendant and Cancer moon sign. For you people, this transit Rahu is going to transit in your 11th house and Ketu in your 5th house. So when Rahu is transiting in your 11th house, it is going to bring a lot of interaction with your friends, or you will meet new friends, or the friends who were not active in your network, they will suddenly get activated, and then they will spend time with you guys. So that is what it is seen. And also there will be some increase in the money you earn through your job. So if you're, maybe you may get bonuses or you may get rise pay hike, that is also seen through this transit. And Ketu is transiting in your 5th house of children. So this transit of Ketu will bring in a lot of troubles from your children, so be aware of that. And also things that your children is hiding from you, that will come to the surface. And anything you want to do, something new, it's a good time to start when Ketu is transiting through the your 5th house. And also it's a good time to introduce your kids into the spiritual journey. If they are matured enough to understand what is spirituality and spiritual journey, it's a good time to introduce them as well. So moving on to the next sign is Leo sign. For Leo folks, the Rahu is going to transit in 10th house, and Ketu is going to transit in your 4th house. Rahu usually do very well in 3rd house, 6th house, 10th and 11th houses. So definitely it's going to be a good transit for Leo folks. So for 10th house means it's your career, so you'll see a upswing in your career, and also you may get a promotions as well. And that is also seen, and your status may increase in front of the people. So that is also seen from the 10th house. And since Ketu is transiting in your 4th house, there will be changes or detachment from your house. And take care of your relationship with your mother as well. At the end of the video, I'll give you if this transit is bringing in a lot of chaos in your life, and then I will give you some remedies at the end of the video. Please watch until the end of the video. For Virgo people, so for Virgo ascendant and Virgo moon sign, this Rahu is transiting in the 9th house, and Ketu is transiting in your 3rd house. So 9th and 3rd house is getting activated. So what does it mean to you guys? So there will be some kind of long distance travel seen through this transit, and also you may find yourself want to upgrade yourself with more knowledge. I mean to say, taking up the courses, maybe going for a higher education, PhD, masters, or something like that. Also, be careful about who you come in contact with as a guru for next 1.5 years. So there could be a chances where you may find a wrong person in your life as a guru. So be careful about that fact. And Ketu is transiting in your third house, so there will be third house is for communication and your younger sibling. So if you have a younger sibling, then you may have kind of not a good relationship during this 1.5 year. So be careful about that. So don't escalate too much if there is any differences between you and your younger sibling, and there will be some changes or significant changes in your the way you communicate, which will be which is not very common in day-to-day life. So that is what's in from this transit. If your ascendant is Libra, then Rahu is transiting in your 8th house and Ketu is transiting in the 2nd house. Since Rahu is transiting in the 8th house, there will be a chances that you will suddenly come into the money from other people, not through your work, from other people. So it could be through the inheritance, it could be through the marriage, or from your spouse, or through your in-laws. Since Ketu is transiting in your 2nd house, there will be a little bit of restriction or breaks in the way that you save your money. So that is also seen through this, and Ketu is also bringing some certain issues that you never seen in your family that you need to fix it. So those are the things which will come up. So take care of your family and your savings. That is what I want to say. For Scorpio folks, it is Ketu is transiting in your 1st house and Rahu is transiting in your 7th house of your relationship. So when Ketu is transiting your own ascendant or the moon sign, you will feel like you're disconnected from the whole world, and you feel kind of very light, because when you don't have any attachment with the world, so you're on your own in your own world. So that kind of feeling that you will see during this time period. And since Rahu is transiting in 7th house, you will see some challenging situation with your spouse, partner, or the business partner. So take care of that, but it is very good for good placement, good transit for the people who are into the industry where they they deal with the mass audiences or mass people, like film industries, and those who are into singing, artistic music, like that, they will definitely earn good recognition, and they from the larger crowds. For Sagittarius folks, for Sagittarius ascendant or the moon sign, Rahu is transiting in your 6th house and Ketu in 12th house. So since Rahu is in 6th house, there could be a chances that you may tend to bring in your own pet, and there will be a chances that your uh, your enemies cannot win over you. So that's a good thing, that Rahu is bringing to you in this life, in this transit, sorry. And Ketu, since it is traveling in the 12th house, it's a good time to do some spiritual practice and visit spiritual places like ashrams, um, and temples or anything that you feel very calm and relaxing. That is what we can see, and you will come up with unusual ways of sleeping. Or if you've been suffering from the sleep disorders, then you will come to know that why the sleep disorders are. So this is a good time for you guys. I would say make use of it, and don't neglect about your health. Don't go out and eat the cheesy thing and get unhealthy. If you feel like if you are unhealthy, go and visit a doctor and get verified that you're healthy. For Capricorn folks, um, Rahu and Ketu is transiting. Rahu in fifth, and Ketu is transiting in your 11th house. Since when your Rahu is in fifth, so it gives rise to a great desire for having a children. And second thing, a great desire for having a romantic relationship with your partner if you don't have one, or you may end up with one if you do not have a romantic partner. So that is one area of focus it will be. And you will feel like you're obsessed towards your children. That is what Rao is going to bring in. And Ketu, since it's transiting in your 11th house, you feel like you're kind of detached with money, detachment with social circle. You don't go out and party with the people, or you kind of want to have your own space. So that is what it is seen. And there will be some kind of disagreements with your elder sibling, and you will have a very challenging time dealing with your elder sibling. For Aquarius folks, so for Aquarius folks, Rahu is going to transit in your 4th house, and Ketu in your 10th house. So I would suggest that you do not go and buy anything new with regards to your house, with regards to your new vehicle, or anything which gives you a comfort in your life. So you may get cheated, or you may buy a wrong thing. So that is what I can see from Rahu transit in your 4th house. And you will you will do a lot of things with your mother during this time period, and also take care of your mother. Since Ketu is transiting in your 10th house, there will be a change in your career is seen, or your bosses, or the how you deal with the government will also be seen as a change coming to your life. For Pisces folks, either you're a Pisces ascendant or Pisces moon sign. Um, so Rahu is transiting in your 3rd house, and Ketu is transiting in your 9th house. So when Rahu is transiting in your 3rd house, you will make friendship with around the people who lives next door, and there you will do a lot of things with your younger sibling for sure. And your social circle will expand online, I mean to say, on the Facebook and the Instagram and YouTube, that kind of stuff. And you may take up something new learning. Maybe you do some kind of trading, let's say some kind of new business. That is also seen through this transit. And since Ketu is transiting in your 9th house, it's a good time to do some spiritual practices, visit to the spiritual practices like meditation, and going giving yourself some time to think about what is spirituality and that kind of stuff. It's good. And maybe something with regards to related to learning something higher, learning about the spirituality is also seen. And anything with regards to the father, like you may see that your interaction with your father might be limited, or you may have um, difficulty challenging talking to your father during this time period. And at the end, I would like to give, if this transit is giving a lot of challenges, or you're not able to handle it, then it's best to pray to Lord Durga on Fridays, or every day is fine, but on Fridays, light a lamp in lime. So take the lime and cut it and remove all the citric acid in it, lime in it, and then turn it over and put the oil in it, and then light the lamp in it. So that's how we do. Or maybe chanting Durga mantra and visiting a Durga temple is also fine for Rahu. And for Ketu, it's good to visit Lord Ganesh temple on Wednesday, and he's the only guy who can take control of the Ketu. And also chanting Lord Ganesh mantra is also going to help. Or you can take 7 green grass strands and then give it to um, Ganesh temples on Wednesday. That is also going to help, and feeding the dogs is also going to help for Ketu. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it is a little bit informative about your upcoming Rahu and Ketu transit, and which is going to happen uh, from September 19th or 19th to 24, somewhere that period. Thanks everyone.